Hi, now we will discuss how to use the merge operation, which is a really useful operation when it comes to delta tables. We will understand how we can insert new data, update any existing data, or delete the data from target if required using merge operation. We will also see how we can specify custom columns, or we can use merge with the automatic columns as well. So let's get started. Here we will start by creating a simple data frame or sample data first. Here we are just creating a data frame with these three columns only, like employee ID, employee name, and the city where the employee lives. And as we can see, it is currently having 5 rows. Employee IDs from 1 to 5, their name and city. And this particular data frame, I have created it as a temporary view also, so that I can use it in SQL as well whenever required. So first I will create a table out of this data frame. So this is my temporary view, and I am using create or replace table, so that if the table is there, it will just replace it. And it is selecting all the columns from the employee temporary view, and it is adding two other columns also, which is insert timestamp and update timestamp, and it is putting the current timestamp as the value there. So this table, it is created now. And if we query this table, let's see what data we have. So here we have got the same data from the data frame, and additionally we have got the insert and update timestamps as well. Now what we will do is, so this will be our target table where we will be writing or using the merge operation, and this is another data frame. This one we will consider as a new data. So let's say yesterday, or like in the historical data, we got this data. In the target table, these 5 rows are already there. Now we got this new data, and in the new data, what we have is these 4 rows. So 1 and 2 employee IDs, which were already there previously, so their city has been changed now. And 6 and 7, these are new rows. So we will understand like how does the update process works, and how we can insert new data if required. So that is where merge come into picture, and this is the syntax of merge in SQL. And with merge, I always prefer SQL because it is very easy to understand with SQL. PySpark also same syntax is there, but I prefer using SQL in the merge case. And even if we are working in PySpark, we can still create this as a string and then use it in PySpark code as well, which we will understand at the end. So that's why we will be discussing it in SQL, so that we can easily understand it and use it. So this is the syntax of merge operation. So merge into, here we need to mention our target table where we want to merge our data using source. So here we need to mention our temporary view, or let's say if it is a source table, then that table name. And this is just the alias, like this is our source and this is our target. And on, in the on, we mention the condition, how it can check whether the data is already there or not. So it will be comparing it based on the employee ID. So if it find new employee ID on the source, it will say that it is new, and if it is already there, then it will know it is there. And when it compare this employee ID, then we get 3 clauses in merge. So when matched, when not matched, and there is another which we will discuss. So in case of when matched, what we are saying is that when the employee ID, it is matching between source and target, then do this, then update, perform the update operation and set these values. That is what we are saying. And in our case, this is our data. So in this case, this is what will match. So these rows it will consider in when matched. So when it will match, then ID, anyway it is matched, it is already there, we don't need to update it. So we need to update name and city. So whatever is updated, it will update. So we mentioned target.name equal to source.name. So in the target, it will replace the name which is coming from the source. Same it will do for city. And in the update timestamp, it will update the current timestamp so that we will know when the record is updated. And if you noticed, we are not putting anything in the insert timestamp because that we do not want to update. We only want to update the update timestamp. And that is where putting this custom column list is really useful. And the second clause, it is when not matched. That means the employee IDs which are not present on the target side. That means these two in our case. So for these, what it will do is it will insert the data. So it will insert into these columns in the target, and these will be the values. So source, employee ID, name and city it will take, and for insert and update timestamps, it will put the current timestamp. So now let's go ahead and run it and let's see what data we get. So our query, it is complete now. And as we can see, total number of affected rows are 4. 2 are updated, nothing is deleted, and 2 these are inserted newly. And if we query the table, here we can see that now it has 7 rows. So this is old data, nothing is changed because from source there was no, it was not coming. And these 2 rows has been updated now. So these columns are updated with the new city. This is not changed. And if you notice, like this is changed now. It is coming as a new timestamp. So that is how update works. And the insert part also worked well. And we have got our new data into our table. Next, let's understand the third clause. So in some cases, which is not frequently used, we may want to delete the data in target as well. So that is where the third clause works. This is the syntax, like when not matched by source, then this shall happen. What exactly it means is, if something is there in source and not in target, then it will perform this operation, whatever we specify. So it is a reverse of this one. So when not matched, it meant like it is there in the source but not in target. And here it is the reverse, like it is there in target but not in source. In that case, here we are saying that it shall delete that rows. Rest of the conditions are same only. So let's see like how does this one behave. So here we can see total affected rows are 7. 4 are updated because in the new data we have 4 rows. All of them were present this time. And 3 are deleted. So these 3 are the one which were not present in the source. So if we check out the target table here we can see that now it has the data which is there from the source exactly. The additional target data, it is deleted now. And one other thing I want to highlight here is that these condition, like when matched, when not matched, and this part and the inner part, what we want to do, these two things are independent of each other. By independent, what I mean to say is, it is not mandatory that we have to use delete only here. We can even use insert here. We can even use update here. And even in this case also, we may use insert if required. So we are free to do anything here. But this is the most preferred way and what we do commonly. That's how it works. And next, what I want to show is like in this case, we specified all the column names one by one. But in merge, if our source and target both has exact same columns, then we don't need to specify all the column names. We can simply use set star, insert star, and delete. So, but this will work only when there are same number of column between source and target. And if we want to update everything and the column names are also exactly same, then only it will work. So in this case, to make it same, what I'm doing is in my source data, I'm adding the insert and update timestamp first so that it exactly matches with the target, and then I'm using this. So this will also do the same thing as it was doing previously, but it is like we don't need to specify the columns here, but we need to be careful because in most of the cases we do specify the custom column names. And also, like I was explaining, I always prefer using SQL. So even though if we are using PySpark code, then what we normally do is we create our entire merge query as a string. So this is a string wrapped into multi-line string using these three codes. We use this format. So whatever thing we need to parameterize, like the target table name here, we can parameterize. Likewise, we can parameterize everything. We can prepare this string in chunks also, however we want. So this string we can prepare dynamically. Then probably we may want to print it, and then we can execute it using spark.sql in PySpark also. So that's how we can work with the merge into PySpark. And directly in PySpark also, like df.merge and all those kind of operations are also available. We can use that also if we are comfortable, but this is what I prefer. So these are all the things how merge works, and it is up to us how to design it given the scenario. So out of these clauses, we can use either one or two or all the three. We may want to update, delete, whatever we want to do. So it is up to us. So depending on the different use cases, we can use any one of these. So that's what I wanted to explain here. Thank you. Bye bye.